So welcome back, guys. We're into round 2 now, CCFN 61 for server 1. I'm ZXD's the Moham. I'm going to be your commentator for this round again. Hopefully this time with less Steam overlays and such happening in the middle. We'll try to be better than round 1. My bad. I will learn to be a better streamer in the future. So once again, we've got Cog, Indies, Old Men Bring Death, and Fighting Honey Badgers going up against is it Cog, FA, other people. And apparently I can't do anything right now because reasons. Why can I not get rid of the overlay? Help! See if doing this will help. Okay, I can show you the world, right? Steam? I'm not having a good night. You know what? Let's just call tonight streamer night because I'm having a really bad night with it. Can we not have there? Right. So let's get into the normal view. Right, there we go. We got rid of that. That's good, but I can't move. I only can move at this point. What's happening? I feel... Stay main. Oh.
Who's the plan, okay?
I can't move.
I take the meteor, I go soft to this now.
I can zoom.
Yeah, we take the Logi and we go to Nevo.
Yeah, we're gonna have guys waiting on you, pushing south, and we're gonna get a fog to the north. Quite a bit far north.
We might be having problems. So there's a bit of a plan coming through. Something about a far north fob, which will be over here, I imagine, somewhere north of Neva Upper. For some reason, I can't move. We'll wait until 0 happens. If I can't move on 0, then we're gonna have to do a disconnect and a reconnect, because that's the way this game works. But we'd love it anyway. Right, I have problems, guys. I cannot. Yeah. Right, okay. Right, okay. We're gonna go for a quick disconnect, guys. I'm just gonna pause the stream a minute. I will be back. So yeah, we are loading back in now. I'm aware that most of you know how sometimes this game can be with people's computers. Right, we're gonna try again. I think it looks like there has been a restart because everyone is joining back in, and I'm in a squad. How am I in a squad? I just rejoined the server. What's happening? Is everyone disconnected? Right, I think we might be seeing a server restart again, I don't know. No, people are reconnecting. It looks like there has been a issue. Hopefully, we can get this up and running now. It's going to be another day at the office. I can move! Way! Right, we're back on track, right. Good. So, got all the overlays up. We can see the cap areas here next to us. So, that's neither lower, that's neither upper. That's north, south, east, west. Looks like we've got a full team of Russians. It might be that we're having another server reset. So guys, it's just another day at the office of Playing Squad. We're having people having to disconnect, reconnect. We do love it when this happens. I see militia spawned in, holding in the main. I see Russian spawned in, holding at the main. So that's good that we've got some people in. So yeah, let's talk tactics. Oh no, there goes the thing. Right, I will continue talking while we go into the trying to get into the server again ritual. Just to stop it being boring for you. So yeah, I think that first round went really well for the Russians. Militia did a really good job pushing onto the south hill. They were using tree cover very well there. Possibly a little bit overstretched the hand when trying to push north with 3 guys and 1 fob behind them and try to take out another squad. Obviously, the Russians were more than capable of using the optics against them. It was a good fight. I think the Russians then overstretched themselves by trying to push for Saloniki, as I said prior to them even trying it. It would be better for them to stay on the actual defense and just defend that point. It's a big ask because obviously, as we see, an organised team on the militia can spread themselves across that map and find quite a few spots to wait. Obviously, they understand that they're going to end up having a Russian push from somewhere to the south or somewhere direct west of Saloniki, and they planned for that well. They were there. They were in all the right spots, ready and waiting. And as soon as the fob went down, the militia were on it. I mean, they swarmed that with techies and foot soldiers almost immediately, and that was it. It was lost instantly. So that was a lot of tickets for the Russians there. The Russians, although still won with quite a lead, it shows you how vicious the ticket bleed can be, especially on these maps where you've only got 2 capture points each, and then you're fighting to win that ticket bleed. And it's shown it's quite an effect. So yeah, it shows that the game can be very unforgiving at times. I think you make one mistake tactically, and that's it. The game is all but lost. So we are going to try and get into the server now. Hopefully we will have no more issues, and we will be able to get underway with round 2 CCFN 61. So in a minute I'll bring the stream back up on live, and we'll float around to our heart's content while the rest of the players are connecting. So we do apologise for this. There's always sometimes some form of technical glitches. Obviously, obviously while they're being me in my Steam overlay and forgetting. So excuse me a minute, guys, while I just die a little. Right, I'm back. Right, okay. So we've got players joining. In fact, nearly all the players have joined back in. No one knows which side to be on really, because no one can change. Oh no. I'm not going to tell you what's wrong, but there's technical difficulties for the streamer. That's better, that's better. Sorted, right, okay. We'll bring it back in for a brief look. Obviously, you guys all know the drill. We're going to be sat here now. We're not on the right map. We are indeed on Op First Light. Just waiting. Whoa! Oh, that's what he's doing. He's speeding up time. And look at that guy run! Ah! Look at me run. Where is he? Oh, there he is. They're really fast. Ooh. I do like the slow-mo time feature. It does make it interesting. Interesting watching. Why has it put me in a squad? I've not joined your squad, I swear. Kick me. I'll never leave. I'm also on the wrong team. Friendly banter. So yeah, again, the clan's there having a bit of friendly banter. As we live and breathe while we wait. We make the stream squad. Ooh. Right, here we go. So with the Indies COG and FHB and OMBD Death, and we will be watching them fight against TOG, Squad Ops, FA, and SVG. So we will get round to it. Oh, someone put the slow-mo command in before they cleared the old chat. Never mind. So yeah, I hope this has been an entertaining 5 minutes. Why are we speeding up the? Why are we slow-moing? That might be so they can get the yes, they're waiting on the switching ability. Alright. So for those of you who don't know, sometimes if you have issues like this, we have to swap teams. You have to wait for the timer to run out because it says you swapped teams too early or too soon, and you can't swap again. So that's why we're doing all the slow-mo things. So Clan's just having a bit of fun while they wait, running around the map and throwing grenades and such, blowing off a little steam. So I think we're going to go live again. Let's hope that we make it through the map switch this time. This is going to be really, really interesting and fun. Just another day.
I'm coming for you, Indies.
That sounded very sinister.
Are you ready?
Right, so I do apologise for all the technical difficulties we seem to be having tonight. You'll have to bear with us, but it looks like we're going to be underway this time. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Don't run in front of a black cat. So, we know that we're going to have a fob north from what we heard earlier. So it sounds like FHB have got that to do. I'm expecting a similar rush straight for the Neva upper. We're going to have someone down at Desna obviously to do the first cap. That's all 4 squads. Let us see if I can move around in the stream. Right, live on start. Fantastic. That's what we like. Wrong teams?
Radio, everybody ready?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we're right teams. Just to... Right. Okay. Yeah.
Boy, Indies, I see you, Sam Watermelon.
Squad Ops not knowing what's happening. So just to remind you guys, there's a 10-minute delay on the stream, obviously.
Yo, what up?
We're seeing a... Apologies for the bugs. Yes, well, it happens. We're used to this. as a community, we laugh in the face of bugs
You take the
because that
closest
makes the
Nazi.
10 minutes of
OMBD.
mayhem.
Mine's not as important. You just go for one. You just pick one.
So that's
Yeah, copy that.
that's some good communication there. Sorting out what vehicles you get at the beginning means for a faster move out of the main base at the start, and so we should see quite a quick departure. I'm hoping for the Russians. So we'll watch and we'll see what happens in terms of that. No, so that's how vehicles spawn. They just drop from the sky. So 1 BTR and 2 logistics vehicles for the Russians on here. Don't know why. I remember there being 2 BTRs, but that might be on the AS2 layer, is it? Yeah. So a bit of a collision there. So Indy's taking the BTR south. It appears towards Desna, getting ready for any immediate militia push down onto Desna to try and stop them. Let's see what we can see. So both lodges going north. Interesting. That's I expected to see the lodge go south like we did in the first round, and the BTR going straight north. But we'll see what happens there. Might be thinking about taking a BTR far around and getting in behind the militia. So quite some pace from the militia there. I feel as if that militia technical is not going to stop, which it does not indeed. So this technical is going to be in for a rough surprise soon. And technical and logistics truck for militia. Was that two logistics? I can't make out. No, that's a technical. So that's definitely a technical and a logi truck. So militia is always first to the Neva point. Russia making the way up to the north, and that technical now going straight into Desna, trying to block the first cap of the Russians. I don't think they've got enough men unless they go get a rally point down instantly, which it looks like they will. Technical going straight into the centre of town. FA very aggressive. Indies were expecting that. That's why the BTR is down here. So first contact is going to be on Desna this time round, not on Neva. BTR started to suppress. Down goes 1 or 2 of the FAs there. Indies now started to make their way across towards FA. Oh, that BTR's doing its job. It's keeping them pinned down, taking a couple off of the technical. Widen that range out a little bit. So FA caught. I like the idea of the rush, but
You guys copying Desna? We are. Copy that.
if they weren't up against a BTR, they probably had half a chance. 1 shot on BTR. Will we see a second shot? Second shot on BTR. BTR on fire. BTR now hammering into the dead bodies. One man went on to technical, but then immediately shot off. Only Red 6 of FA still alive now.
Contact northeast of nice to the south. Mark.
Copy.
We know that the rally point went down just here, so we've got eyes on the rally, eyes on the BTR, eyes on the squads. Or what's left of the squads. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Sporky's still up there. Down goes the techie. So FA still there. That BTR back on fire again. I don't know what. I think it might just be on an awkward spot on a rock there. And we have Tog moving in.
Enemy squad lead taken down on my position.
Tog moving straight across from Soloniki there with a technical. So the militia now quite spread out.
You have enemies straight for yourself. Yeah. Directly sides. We're in between them. We should be able to kill them.
So calling out that they've got enemies between them, which they have. The SVG crew, or half the SVG crew, are now in between FHB and COG. But SVG and Squad Ops still on the point. Some FA members up here already. So a fob down on Neva up as we expected. We've got to have a fob around here somewhere, but spawn there. Did I just see? And there it is. There's the fob. So in a bit of a different position than usual in the woods, but I wouldn't say that's a bad spot really. So militia getting the cap first. Obviously, the Russians having a slow cap down on Desna because of the FA push, the original push of FA. It looks like FA all but dead, with members of Tog's Technical just flying around the map aimlessly. Oh, what a GL from Robbie there. That looked like a GL. Taking 2 of the passengers out of the Technical. I'd expect OMBD Death to be calling out there's a Technical flying around the map. Robbie looking for it, and Anderson also now hunting for that one techie. Might find a bit more than just a techie, but we've got a good solid defensive line here for the Russians. Militia not having really pushed the south so much this time around. SVG there in force, but yet to worry FHB's top crew. They've taken down Quasi, but the rest of them look all right.
Yeah, I think there's a full squad just northeast of you, Stribble. Roger. They're hurt.
So, COG and FHB doing a good job of defending here. Pushing quite far north really there for Eudactopus Prime, but always good to try and get in behind them. Looks like he's been spotted, those squad ops there. Putting fire out to north, FA going down. So the COG guys are doing that, but reinforcements are coming from that fob that we've seen. None of Russians pushing onto the point, but saying that, the point very light, only 1 militia man on the point. If the Russians could just rush down this hill now, from where they are, if OMBD Death rush down this hill, get a few more guys inside the cap zone, they would start neutralising. Obviously they've got squad ops on the north hill and SVG to the south. I can hear a Technical somewhere. Maybe I'm dreaming it. I thought I heard a Technical. When you played this game too much, you start dreaming the sounds, I think. So the TOG guys now starting to come in towards this fight. SVG having taken most of the FHB guys down. Indy's coming up to support, also going down as well by looks.
Watch the south of Neva, the one RD flag, Neva upper.
Someone else who struggles with which one's upper and lower.
I'm gonna tell my boys to push back as soon as something happens here, but there's nothing literally.
Yeah, copy.
So
Let's just overcommit maybe, Neva lower. Do we reckon we can take it? We're just about to push in. It looks like on the map.
Yeah. Just fucking push it hard, push it hard. The faster we get it, the better we win this game.
wise words, but rushing into a point blind.
On Hotel 5.
So on about a
Is
second
there contact down there by you?
fob behind them there.
Techie in the river, but that's about it. We lost the BTR though, so we have to go up on foot.
Copy. Can we get the Logi across the river?
Be careful, but yes, you can.
Copy.
So they're saying that they want to bring a logic behind.
I wrote mine back, so if you just spawn 2 guys down there, you can grab it.
Copy.
So we've now got the face off on the northern hill that we were seeing earlier, and the round 1 happening all over again. But like I said, not many militia on the point, but they are now starting to spawn in and rush. 3 cogs there. Oh, sorry, 1 cog, 2 OMDB was there. Quasi watching JLG there. So Russians and militia actually putting men on the point at the same time there. If Russia had been maybe a minute or so faster coming down off that route, off the top there, they would have started neutralising. And that would have been a wake-up call for the militia to pull back now. We see even more militia. So militia dying around the map and now just streaming onto the point, really. Quite a stretch battle in the north here. We've got COG and Squad Ops and FA and FHB all stretching out this northern side.
About that one on the north, I thought that was valid.
So we've seen quite a stretched battle in the north there, but it's now come to a head where militia are just having to spawn and rush the point. They got guys. OMBD Death have actually pushed quite far in to the point now. So it's coming to a head at the corner here. The main street is turned into a bit of a death zone.
Fob is a little bit hot. I think they know where it is.
Down he goes. OMBD using the defences to their advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a fob
Oh, is that a trade?
5 imminently.
So we're about having a fob down in Hotel 5. There's the logistics truck with that. That's a direct path from Militia Main. So this is where he's on about having the fob in Hotel 5 again, where they had it earlier when we said it's a good defensive point, which it is for the militia, but for the Russians not so much. Is that a burning?
Really well done on Desna, by the way. That worked perfectly.
Oh, someone lost a techie by flipping it. Possibly the FA guys running back up the hill. But like I say, this is not a wise decision, I don't think, for FHB. Putting a fob in direct line from the main to the cap point here. I don't know if they're hoping to achieve by blocking the main off and stopping vehicles coming in, but...
Okay, fob going down again. What fob? On Hotel 5. No, I'm putting one down.
Bit of miscommunication there, but...
Drop it closer, man. We're attacking.
Get wisely saying drop it closer. And I'd agree with that. We could do with it being possibly here on this building, because what they could do is just spawn in and they'd be in the cap zone already. So you'd have your entire team spawn in and just be in the cap.
There's a techie by us. We're gonna get the fob down if we can.
So second techie from Militia Main now. Coming into contact with FHB, going down.
Techie down.
Didn't make it back in time to see it.
Empty logi here.
Empty. Is that logic? So that's not just a transport. So there's a new fob. So they've actually chosen the other compound this time. But I wouldn't have put it there because obviously the militia guys now know that they got guys down
We
there.
should have near enough a full 360-degree attack from here, guys. Let's just keep it up.
Which is right. So let's have a quick tactical compensation here. We've got a fob on 3 points, allowing the Russians anywhere around here basically. The only point they can't get to is from up here, and we know that the fob, the militia fob, is here. So they could surround it and push them off the point, but the militia have got the advantage. Oh, yep, very right. I'm remembering Death Gek.
Yeah, they're on the FOB.
So that's the entirety of Tog, who we saw doing the scout round the south side and pushing
What is the situation?
west.
Is Neva upper completely capped? Or is it, do you need help?
No,
with
no,
Neva
no,
upper?
no. Yeah, we're completely capped on Eve Upper. We're fucking fine. The
Not for
fog's
long.
Going down. There's a small crew on that side.
Copy that.
That's not a small crew, that's the entire squad, I'm afraid. That is
We're
not the
gonna
right
pull my
cut.
squad back to defend Eve Upper.
So,
Yeah,
making the call that there's only a small crew, you were wrong. That's a full militia squad holding off and taking down one of the fobs that we were just analysing there. It's up on this hill. Melonbraw making his way across there, but taking shots from the other half of the Tog squad, and down he goes. That's some beautiful cover there that they provided the guys who would take it down. So I see only 3 guys.
There's a fob potentially to the northeast of Neva Lower, where we said.
So Neva Lower northeast. They've pushed it out a bit far. BTR and a techie going at it on the south side.
Upper, sorry.
And down goes the techie. BTR beating a techie, as we would expect. Unless there was a pack of techies, we would not see a techie win that fight, or would hope not. So Toggle quite
We're capping Neva Lower.
a good force on here now. Quite spread out across. Look on north and south side.
Pull it back.
So
Are you
Tog
guys capping lower?
Yes. Yep.
is still seeing neutralization on the upper Neva site, although they're saying they're capping low as well. So the Russians have pushed the militia off, but they still haven't managed to get onto that northeastern side where we know where the fob is. We know the fob's there. The BTR now up on this hill here, providing support across onto that opposite side.
Yeah, BTR, if you could support us on Neva up.
I wouldn't do that.
Neva upper or lower?
Go to the defense.
A massive spawning by the militia. So we're getting a lot more squad comms this time round. We're asking for support with saying call us back if you need us back. So a very hard fought battle for the lower cap. So Brig Death now turning the cap.
No, we're good now, we're good now. We're good on up.
What's the eastern side of Neva Lower? We have a full squad coming in.
Eastern side of lower. So this is the SVG squad ops F8. So it's basically just a mix of the militia now coming in from the east. FHB calling that out, but I remember Carb Lucas looking out to where they had their fob first round. Still too far because we obviously know it's in these woods.
Off of Neva Upper, if it's 100% capped, never mind.
Yeah, no, we're on Neva Upper. We're on Neva Upper. It's not.
So we can see both points of coming to attack by the flashing 8 balls that did go in disco, red and blue, white and.
Neva Lower, we need bodies in here now.
So the mass spawn here has paid off for the militia. They've pushed in on this northern side and managed to get bodies back inside to start recapping. Militia.
Can you push into the cap zone?
We are inside. Mostly.
Still alive upon here. BTR now supporting, putting fire on the southern building here.
They're smoking and pushing in north.
It's got a good view down there. He obviously knew that they were in there.
We need more bodies inside Neva Lower right now.
The FHB calling for more bodies. Well, they've got the majority of the team on the point.
What's happening on Neva Upper? You could pull back to Neva Lower. They're in a field.
Yeah, copy. We will just clear this out and then come get you guys. Did anybody fucking find their fob on Neva Lower?
So getting frustrated that not finding the fob.
The river. That's the best bit right now, according to one of my guys.
It can't be because they're building fucking ammo boxes on the northeast side of Lower.
So a bit of frustration starting to come through on the squad leader chat. They know that they've got the fob so on the northeastern corner now. Obviously, they've spotted them building all these ammo crates. Look at the strew of bodies down here. So just to give you some idea of what it looks like down here. I mean, we're right next to both teams here. They're crawling through the field, shooting each other. Indies and SVG, militia and Russian right next to each other. Oh, there we go. So Russia finally neutralizing, but that just shows you how crazy this is. These guys are literally feet away from each other. And there we go. So what I said earlier about that fob was a bad idea, because they took contact right on it here. There's the techie. And they've put their own fob there as well, so that shows you the mistake. You're right in line with the militia main, and I've seen this done before with the fob on the fob. So they've finally found fob on northeastern corner of Neva Lower. Neva Upper is still under a little bit of pressure, but Russia have taken it mainly. So we're now going to see a push from the Russians, I think, to get onto the. I'll try to find out where the main forces are, but just Vixen doing a one-man push really, and going down to nil. But this fob having been the saving grace of the militia so far.
We're about to cap Neva Lower, I think.
Yeah, we're inbound.
I propose we defend lower for a little bit to regroup before attacking.
That sounds like a wise idea.
Okay,
We're not
we
strong
are
enough to
going
bring
to
attack
get this
right away.
Logi right now. Yeah, we're gonna get this Logi and drop a fob for solo.
Yeah, copy.
So, Gek from Remembering Death there looking to go to the future, but a lot of TOG guys up on Fortress and beyond. Is that a fob over here? Yeah. Oh, silent fob. So the
Squad 4,
militia with a very good hidden
down
fob.
Somewhere with that Logi. We have 2 Logis currently. There's a Logi
Yeah,
on
copy.
Neva upper.
Yeah, copy that. Drop a fob, we'll supply it, and then we'll go do a second run. If you can't drop one, we'll drop one for you.
Yeah, we're gonna drop another fob on Neva.
So we're still seeing a lot of militia spawning on this one here, but we've got quite a lot of militia now coming from that new fob / militia main. A couple of COG guys gone back to try and defend the fob that was lost before they even realised it.
Alright, I've dropped another fob.
So frantically dropping a new fob from this southeastern corner here inside this compound, which is, I believe, yep, that is the compound I said they should have originally had that in, because it's on the point and it's
Turn around and drop one for
where they need to defend. There's a lot of open ground here
And get
for
that
them to
solo
cover
on
with the
my
scopes.
Logi.
BTR would be holding that ground quite well.
It's clear. BTR, don't shoot.
And we've got Remembering Death going very close to...
BTR on my body. Watch the friendlies, but there's a couple of guys.
So Remembering Death now turning around there, realising that they might have been going a little bit too close there. And we've now got an entire squad of TOG like off the point here for militia, screening that north side looking for a fob. They've gone past it, I believe, looking at that. Or are they on it? They might be quite close to it.
Fob down.
Well done.
Nice.
Oh no, they've missed it by scant 100 meters or so. It's in here.
Start attacking.
Yeah, it's hidden behind the rock there.
guys to your south, everyone. South of Neva, not many.
And an entire Russian squad,
Again, go to solid.
sorry, militia squad, just missing out on a fob.
Whole squad coming from Foxtrot 3, keep at 9 and 8.
Well, there we go. There's that spotter there from COG.
They have a
Squad
squad behind
3,
us somewhere.
if you want to deal with that, yeah, Squad 3, go to that northwest,
Yeah,
we'll take the south.
So good comms there. So one squad northwest, one squad south. We can see the militia now heavily spawning on that fob they put down. We've got FHB doing fob supply runs there with one, and we've got Remembering Death making their way down to Saloniki to put down a fob. But not many militia here this time. Last time in the first round we saw, as soon as that the lower was capped, most of, well, at least a squad of militia were on here ready for the rush attack. Now that's a 3-man squad in a techie, having put down a fob with the Logi. So they hadn't planned for this defense prior to them losing the lower point. So Remembering Death here going pretty much to the same area to put down a fob. Might have a fob on a fob here. Squad ops don't know what to do with the Logi, but we've got a Logi on a Logi here. Don't do it. Don't give away your position. And they gave away the position. Again, maybe some discipline would be a good idea, to not actually fire on one guy when trying to place fobs, because they're giving away the positions before they get the fob down even now. Now, will they move off and not place a fob there? Personally, I'd move that Logi round and go around over to the eastern side somewhere. Although saying that, squad ops moving direct south. Yeah, so deciding that's not going to be the place where they place their fob. So militia about to lose a vehicle there. If OMBD, in fact, there it is. There goes the Logi, but what they just missed out on was another fob. So let's go back to where the main battle is, which will be up in the north at the moment. So quite a lot of smoke, as we can see from here. So we come flying back in at the speed of light. No, not much of a battle. There's possibly about a squad of militia here. Russian with a really good defense line. Using that road, using the scopes to cover the road. SVG taking shots as they move through the woods on the far side, being on the lower ground as well. I mean, just to give you a bit of perspective, this is what they've got. They've got open ground, and that was a great GL from one of the indie guys up on the hill. But they're running up a hill.
We take it slow from now. We get that fall down. We regroup, and then we attack Saloniki together.
We only have 100 tickets to win, man.
So, obviously, they're not just thinking about winning the round. They want to win the game by tickets. Obviously, we saw a 232 ticket win. Was it the first round? He says. I was watching. I swear I was watching. So we're gonna see. Oh, look at that militia there. So what I was just saying about the militia not being here.
The south there, so I had to regroup. We took out a logi they had there, and there's lots of infantry showed up.
Definitely
So I'm
something.
guessing FOB south of Solo.
Copy.
Or on.
So definitely some kind of militia spawn somewhere in here.
It
Well, I
wasn't
guess
in that compound.
Copy.
We checked that compound.
so FA now searching for.
One, is it? I'm gonna take. Well, squad 2 is gonna push south towards Saloniki.
This is a massive push. Squad Ops and Fair Academy both pushing south, looking for the OMBD guys. I can say it. I can. I promise. Bring Death have gone far out onto the eastern side and have actually done a really good job of actually skirting around the militia, who they draw out by actually blowing up a lodging. So, just to show you how far out we are. I mean, they're nearly round directly south of the militia main. What they need to do now is consolidate and get up there as soon as they can. Because while these two squads are still searching for them south, they've got two squads completely out of position there for militia. Bring Death really need to just run it home now. Get a fob down maybe somewhere in these trees, some rocks here. That's high ground.
Maybe north of Saloniki. Get your fob down first, though.
And FHB now starting to push out and taking down the militia fob.
Cover the southeast and east side. We will watch the southwest and west side.
So you can see there the Indies taking down the fob of the militia. So that compound not doing so well for either team in terms of having a fob in it. Militia now reconsolidating on Saloniki using that fob that went down. OMBD's 3-man Logi crew still not. Oh no, there is a fob down now, but it is a fair way out, I think. And an entire squad coming behind them, looking for them. Hunting. So squad ops hunting for this logistics truck. Anderson about to drive through the middle of them. Go right, Anderson. Go right.
If you wait 30 seconds to 2 minutes, we could get a double attack going on.
So Anderson now taking shots in that Logi. Down Anderson goes. So Logi now unmanned for the Russian team. Let's see. So OMBD wanted to push straight into the point solo. FHB calling for him to wait for a twin-pronged attack here. Militia having pulled completely back now. 321 tickets for the Russians. They really want to be waiting for the ticket bleed to do this. The militia aren't bothered about really pushing at the moment, it seems. There's no militia on the north side of the map. Apart from that squad that I can't see up there. I'll be quiet. So, still a 5-man squad of militia up here. Is that cog guy? And we've got a Russian out on the fortress looking for presumed fob, I imagine.
So that might distract them. You might be able to get behind.
So Tog tries to sneak in there, I think. Don't know. They need all the Russians to leave, really, and they've been a lone Russian up on the fortress having not really gone far enough to the west for that fob that we know about now.
The fob to the south of Solo.
So, Tog coming under contact now with Cogs.
Southeast of my position.
Tog and
currently.
Cog fighting out, and we've now got the start of a push onto
We're
Saloniki.
getting attacked on the FOB.
And there it is, the OMBD's FOB now coming under fire on the south side, all because they weren't quick enough really, and then obviously drove that truck straight through the middle of Squad Ops, which has been blown up. You can see it on fire there. So this fob about to be found by Squad Ops.
Enemies inside Neva Lower, guys.
So Squad Ops on it. Nice window frame shot for you there. Go start getting that dug up. So OMDB calling out that they've got enemies inside Neva Lower. Obviously we saw that Tog were pushing in. A lot of downed Russians here. Again, pushing for Saloniki does not seem to be the best tactic.
You have head count? Like how many?
Do you guys have a lot of contact up there north? We have a hell of a lot down here.
Yeah, we at least have a squad, but we only have half a squad currently.
Alright, copy. We're attacking with you instead then.
So Tog spawning on what I'm guessing is a rally there, because that's quite
Is
open.
there still enemies inside?
Yeah, so there's the Tog rally. So trying to not give away the position of the fob that we know is over these woods.
Squad 3 and 1. If you need us to pull back to Neva Lower,
Neva Lower completely
just give the call.
devoid of militia for now.
Keep pushing.
And the words are, keep pushing. Well, 286 tickets, you've not got many tickets to waste if you want to win the entire CCFN in total. It's alright going for a round win, but you need to win with a decent amount of tickets to beat the first round score of 232 tickets, he says. I'm sure it was that much. So, the Russians stuck up on the hill, the militia is stuck down in the forest and on the point, using medics as much as they can now. Obviously they don't want to lose tickets. Seeing a lot of down militia, no one getting picked up.
I'm going to grab that BTR that's left at main.
Can be very telling of there's not many tickets left on the militia side. FA and Squad Ops are out on the far west, far east now, sorry, having taken down the fob of Russia. Now sweeping in. So this Omen Bring Death and Indies push in and fight Honey, but I just now need to be aware southeast is about to get very hot. So here we go. Quasi's going to be the first to see what is literally a squad and a half coming across the southeast. I feel as if he's about to be shot in the side here. He's not looking in the right direction. He's concentrating on the point more than on the opposite direction. Pin 2 laid down. Watch him
The eastern
shooting
side
shots on him.
seems relatively clear.
Vixen saying that this side seems clear. I can tell you, Vixen, it isn't, mate. It's hostile, very hostile.
Techie east of Neva Lower.
So we've got a techie east of Neva Lower. So militia's still trying to
Directly on our fob.
apparently directly on the fob. Wow.
Roger.
Right, it's driving past it, but they're not on it. Is that a fob? Is that some... Why can't I only see one guy there? A lone SVG squad leader there. About to be taken down by OMBD Salami. And yeah, it was just a techie, so there was no fob coming from that, no logistics vehicle there, I'm afraid. Got an SVG member walking through the river there. I'm not so sure what's happening here. That I don't like to see that.
Enemies coming from northwest from our boss. They're inside.
Not really interfering in the game. Probably AFK looking at the fact that he's just laid there. So, tactical announcement on Saloniki is it's a mess. The militia are inside the compounds as we'd expect, and Russians trying their best to stay at long range and use the scoped abilities.
Northwest galore.
Kane's taking down one, but will he be taken down from the side here? Taking a grenade hit, going to bandage. Oh! And there it is! It's always the problem there, I think. So, 275.
That's a win. Yeah, 222 they had.
So,
Nice boys.
Indies, FHB, COG and OMBD there, announcing that they do in fact have the win overall on tickets. But,
Or not.
a very interesting match, I think, for everyone involved there. So, a quick recap. So, we saw Russia win on both rounds. Quite substantially as well, both over 200 tickets. Notes to take away is the fact that the flanks are needed to be protected. Obviously, FOBs at the moment definitely going down some sneaky spots but not so sneaky spots, and being given away by people running from them mainly. As we saw first round, we saw that FHB gave away their FOB by firing from it, and we've just seen then OMBD running away from a FOB and then sending a transport back away from it that gave away its position. So, that to take away from it. Also, it seems Gorodok is not a map for Russia to push for Saloniki anymore. Saloniki quite easy for the militia to hold the Russians off. I didn't feel just then that we were going to see the Russians break onto Saloniki. The militia had the bigger presence there, so I don't feel as if that is a valid tactic for the Russians at the moment. Holding Neva lower is definitely Neva lower is definitely the better of the tactics. But a good fight for both teams. It was great to see everyone out in force having some fun. We do apologise for today's technical difficulties. It's both mine and the provider of the server as well. Obviously, these things happen, and we do apologise. So thank you for sticking with us. Those of you who are still with us. I've been ZXD's the Mohom, and thank you for watching.